Barcelona 6, PSG 1, but I'm here to talk to you about Luis Suarez. I absolutely cannot believe some of the nonsense that I've seen on Twitter tonight. And this is a Manchester United fan channel. We don't normally react to something like this, but to be honest, you don't normally get big results like that. I know Arsenal got stuffed 5-1 last night, but that's a common occurrence. They're not a great side, but to watch Barcelona win that game 6-1 from 4-0 down is epic. You've got to give it, you've got to imagine how great that feels for Barcelona fans. But I think it should stop and end with Barcelona fans. And I'm sure, knowing what the Spanish fans like Real Madrid and Barcelona fans are like anyway, glory boys, they won't stop and think about this. But surely there is a line. There is a line between winning and selling your soul. And the reason I've gone live tonight is because I've seen a lot of Manchester United fans, talking about Bournemouth and rubbish like that. Forget about it. Manchester United on a journey. We're nowhere near Barcelona at the moment. But there are Manchester United fans out there saying, I'd love to have Luis Suarez on our team. He's a born winner. I tell you what, he's a born cheat. 100% he's a born cheat. I saw him do it in the World Cup years ago against Ghana, putting his hand out and stopping it. We've seen him racially abuse Patrice Evra. We've seen him bite players. And today, fantastic result for Barcelona, but you know what? If we're going to call a spade, they get knocked out today. They get knocked out today because that penalty, they still scored after that. They needed 2 goals going into injury time. Suarez dives. Suarez totally and utterly dives like he's been diving all night. He dives, he cons the referee, he gets a penalty. They get back in the game and then ultimately they win it with the last kick of the game. If Suarez doesn't dive, Barcelona don't get back into it. Barcelona, the beautiful football of Barcelona, ultimately, they won't care. And I'm sure not a lot of other people will care. But the reality is, the video is entitled Luis Suarez UCUNT, and I stand by it. I wouldn't have him anywhere near our club. There has to be a morality in football. 100% there does. And Barcelona love it. I'm sure they're absolutely ecstatic, like I say, and what an epic game of football it was. But ultimately, you've won it through cheating. FIFA don't care, UEFA don't care, the press won't care because they're so rammed up the arse of Barcelona, they can't see, they're blind. But the bottom line is, with a neutral view and looking back on it, they got knocked out tonight if Suarez didn't cheat. And he did cheat. And would I want Suarez at Manchester United is the big question, which we're going into now. No, not in a million years. Of course I wouldn't. I don't want somebody like that who is basically a cheat at Manchester United. And why would anybody want that? He wouldn't come to Manchester United anyway. He'd probably rather burn our emblem because he's an ex-Scouser. And he wouldn't come to Manchester United. So I think those people out there who would like Suarez to come to Manchester United, you're mugging yourself a couple of times there. One, why would you want a player who is a cheat? We talk about fair play. And, PSG, Di Maria, snake, no spine. I mean, to go to... All you needed to do there was go toe-to-toe with them and get a couple of goals and sit back and let them... To be in that position where you leave yourself that vulnerable, you almost deserve the slap in the face you got. But ultimately, I haven't got a problem with PSG, with Barcelona. Messi and Neymar, fantastic footballers. But don't talk to me about Luis Suarez. He's an absolute cheat. Ultimately, I've said ultimately twice there because I'm quite frustrated by it. Not by Barcelona going through, I don't care. I was saying to somebody at work today, I've always wanted to see, if Manchester United aren't in the Champions League, I've always wanted to see a Real Madrid-Barcelona final. So, maybe that could happen. That'd be great to see. But, Messi against Ronaldo would be fantastic. And there's not going to be many more opportunities for that to happen. But in relation to Luis Suarez, I mean, I've never liked him. We had this argument, didn't we, in the summer, and people were saying, oh, but he's a fantastic footballer, Mark. We'd love to have him at Manchester United. For me, there is a line. There is a line. I don't care how good you are as a footballer. There is a line. There is a line of what personality is, what you are like as a person, as to whether I would want you to put a Manchester United shirt on. And I'm sorry, Suarez could be better than Neymar, better than Messi, better than Ronaldo. I still wouldn't want him at Manchester United because actually, you know what, for me personally, and I'm going to take some of your comments now, it isn't all just about winning. That's not what Manchester United's about. It isn't just about winning. It's about winning in the right way. This is the problem we had with Van Gaal when he was winning games and people were like, oh yeah, but we're going to get in the top 4. And a lot of us were saying, but the football's rubbish. The football is rubbish. We are Manchester United. We have a history. We have a legacy. We have a way of doing things, and we should aspire to do that. And people were worried when we got Mourinho that, he was just going to grind results out and it was going to be bad football. Fortunately, we haven't actually grind results out as much as we'd like, but the football has been entertaining. And you know what? That we have to do it the right way. I know personally, and I know from the people who get involved with the United Stand on the live comments, you know what, actually, if we were playing tonight and we had won that game, we would be ecstatic because you get lost in the moment. But actually, I know we'd look back. I know we've looked back on Ashley Young when he's been diving and gone, yeah, it does. There are clubs out there. Liverpool used to love it with Suarez. They loved his diving and they loved his cheating because they were winning. But I know for a fact that Manchester United fans and fans of other clubs, in fairness, do have a morality, and we definitely do. Because I've done watch-alongs, I've done match reactions to the Ashley Young diving, and yeah, it gets you 3 points, but it doesn't do it in the right way. I don't agree with people who are out there saying he's got. You know, I saw somebody from Lads Bible or somebody, or maybe it was somebody else. It was a big account anyway, saying Luis Suarez is a born winner. He's a born cheat. There's a big difference. There are rules in football for a reason. And if you get away with breaking them rules because you play for Barcelona, and Barcelona ultimately always will get away with breaking the rules because UEFA love them, then that isn't right. There is a scenario where he should be getting banned for what he did tonight, but he won't. They'll be held up as heroes. The press tomorrow will be like, what a result. I doubt they'll even have the brains, and this is part of the reason I've done this, partly because I want to talk about whether I'd ever have him at Manchester United, because we are a fan channel for Manchester United, but partly because I can see it all over Twitter, and it's winding me and a few people up, that it's all over social media. What a great result, one of the most memorable nights in Champions League football history. But is it? But is it really? Or is that just the instant euphoria of an amazing result? But ultimately, when you actually break it down, that game is going into stoppage time. Barcelona need 2 goals. I can't see them getting the 2 goals in 6 minutes, to be honest, without that dive from Suarez. And there is no argument. It is 100% a dive. The referee is just as culpable for not spotting the fact that this lad has been doing it all game. And actually, the referee is definitely culpable, because there should be the scenario of the boy who cried wolf. He was diving all game, cheating all game, and as you go into the last few minutes of the game, if he's anywhere near the penalty box, and you've got to have doubt, if there's any doubt in your mind about a penalty, it shouldn't be given. It wasn't a penalty, it was a dive, so the referee should have had doubt in his mind, and he shouldn't have given it. And it's not right. It isn't right. It's not right at all. Very biased refereeing, says One Chuck, which I would agree with. Put your volume up, Mark. Put yours up. Just put your volume up. Neymar carried Barca over the line, not Suarez, says George Cole. Neymar's a fantastic footballer. I like Barcelona because obviously PK is ex-Manchester United. I do really like him, and I do want to see him doing well. But it did frustrate me. It did frustrate me to see such a cheat. And Barcelona Nation have joined us. Lovely. Go and get your own fan channel. And actually get a brain, because I'm not actually slating Barcelona. I'm slating Luis Suarez. And if you are, in fact, I love this. Get commenting. If you are a Barcelona fan on here, calling us out because about Suarez, then you are the lowest of the low, shallow as a worm's grave sort of fan. That actually it is just about winning by cheating, isn't it? You shouldn't want that. You shouldn't be ecstatic about that. It's disgusting. It's disgusting to win a game through cheating. And he's a cretin. And I would take Messi tomorrow. Probably never would sign for Manchester United. I would take Neymar tomorrow. Probably wouldn't sign for Manchester United. So it's not that I'm not saying Barcelona haven't got a great side. There are players within that Barcelona side that I would take. But when it comes to Luis Suarez, I wouldn't urinate on him if he was on fire. He is a cretin of an individual. He is a cheat. He's the sort of bloke that if he could win a game of dominoes and his wife and kids were being eaten by a great white shark, he'd carry on and win the game of dominoes, because that's the vile human being he is. And to have him in your club and be like, oh yeah, we love Luis Suarez. Well, take a look, when you're lying in bed at night tonight, take a long, hard look at you as a human being and your morality, because ultimately you are cheering for a cretin and what does it benefit you? What does it benefit you? You buy the shirts, it goes in his pocket, he's a multi-millionaire. This is where football's going wrong. This is where football is totally going wrong, making idols of horrific human beings who are just vile. And I wouldn't want him anywhere near Manchester United. That was the whole point of the video. I wouldn't want him anywhere near Manchester United. And it pains me that fellow Manchester United fans would take him at our club when he's racially abused one of our legends, when he's played for Liverpool, when he's also a massive cheat and wanker. No, we're Manchester United. Let Barcelona go and ruin their history with a cheat. Let other clubs go and have, racists playing for them. Manchester United, we have a way of doing things. And yes, I know what people are going to say. Wayne Rooney slept with a granny. Ryan Giggs slept with his brother's wife or whatever like that. But there's a big world of difference between cheating on the actual football pitch, which is what Suarez does. He's got a screw loose. And Cantona had a screw loose. He was an enigma, but ultimately he was a good person. Luis Suarez isn't a good person. He's vile, and I wouldn't want him anywhere near Manchester United. Alex Burke says it was a great match for the neutral. I don't think it was a great match for the neutral, because actually if you're a neutral you should want fair play, and I think ultimately I'll give credit to Barcelona, because I think if you're a Barcelona fan, you're going to love the fact that you've won. But if you don't have a sour taste in your mouth, then you're a cretinous fan. You really are. If you can't look at that and go, we were really lucky and we got through because Suarez cheated, there's nothing wrong with sitting back and going, I'm happy we won, but we got through with being cheated. But to actually sit back and think you deserved to win that game, you didn't. You didn't really deserve to win it, because you won it because of a cheat. And that is ultimately what it comes down to. And Beast player saying he didn't cheat. What should have gone to Specsavers, mate? Where can you say he didn't cheat for them to win that game? Adrian Smith, news alert: Suarez to compete against Tom Daley in the next Olympic diving competition. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Kay says double standards, Mark. I'm not taking it way too seriously, Jay. The point of the video was all the Manchester United fans on Twitter saying they'd love to have Suarez at Manchester United because he's a winner. And I wouldn't. And I think if you're a Manchester United fan who does want Luis Suarez at Manchester United, you're a scum. You're absolute scum. He's played for Liverpool. He's racially abused one of our legends, and he's a cheat. And you are that focused on wanting to win that you would have someone like that playing at your club. You clearly don't understand what Manchester United's all about. You clearly do not. Gabriel B, Barcelona is 80% bandwagon fans. Yeah, well, Sebastian Palmer, Manchester United cheat all the time. Yeah, you don't watch Manchester United. We don't cheat at all. The game was amazing, Robbie GB. It was, as a spectacle, a fantastic game. But I can't help but just hate Luis Suarez. I think he's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Football Red Devils, I would never want Suarez at Manchester United. And Emmanuel Geshin, you're exactly the sort of cretin I'm on about. Suarez cheated, but I wouldn't mind a player that can do anything to win. Oh, cretin's probably a bit far to call somebody who's watching one of our videos. I apologise for that. But come on, have a word with yourself. Fuck. And then he swore, football, you would do anything to win. Like cheat. No, there's got to. This is where the world's going wrong. There's got to be some morality. You've got to live within the rules. You've got to have respect for your fellow man or woman. It's just not. It's not right. It's not right. If that was a one-off and that had been Neymar, I'd have gone, he cheated. Yeah. It's bad luck on PSG, but he cheated. But this is a serial offender. This is somebody who assaults people on the pitch. He bites people. He racially abuses people. Who cheats all the time at any opportunity he can get. He should be banned from football. He should be banned. I don't care how good a footballer he is. He's a serial cheat. And every referee in world football should never give him the benefit of the doubt. Why do they keep giving him the benefit of the doubt? Don't ever give it. He should never be given anything. Any referee worth his salt should go, I'm not giving it you. Maybe you were fouled, but you've cheated so much in this throughout your career. I'm not giving anything to you. I'm not going to get 2 R8s. I'm not getting any more R8 than I was just then. I'm quite relaxed, but I just wouldn't want. What is winding me up is not the fact that Barcelona won, because we're not in the Champions League. And let's be honest, let's go back to what I said at the start. We're struggling to beat Bournemouth with 10 men. Barcelona, in fairness, have just beaten PSG 6-1 from being 4-0 behind and got into the Champions League quarter-final. There's a world of difference. PSG would probably beat us at the moment. Barcelona could possibly do what Bayern Munich did to Arsenal last night. I mean, let's be honest. Barcelona would tear us absolutely apart. I've got no doubt about that at all. But I still wouldn't want Suarez at Manchester United, and that is the point I'm making. It's nothing to do with bitterness. Barcelona are head and shoulders above Manchester United. It's not jealousy or anything like that. It's totally about Suarez and what I think of him. I've never liked him much, and he just keeps going further and further and down in my estimation. Unfortunately, in my lifetime, I've managed to see many, many, many great footballers, and he doesn't go into my top 5 world footballers. He doesn't go down as a great footballer because he's good at football, but he's an absolute cretin as a person, and on the football pitch is anti what football should be about, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I really don't. I would rather have Peter Crouch than Suarez as well, says Indie Tagger, and I agree with that. Juanez says Suarez stopped biting since playing at Barca, and falling when feeling a touch is part of the game. There's no touch, mate. There's no touch. He kicks his foot back to make there be a touch. There is no touch. So don't come on talking absolute rubbish, because there is no touch. Liam Gwinney, PSG did bottle it. Yes. I'm not necessarily... Barcelona wouldn't have won tonight if Suarez didn't cheat. I'll argue that with anybody, but it's more about Luis Suarez and what a cheat he is. And lots of people on social media saying, I'd love to have Suarez at Manchester United because he's a born winner. I even had people saying I'd swap Rooney, all the Rooney years, to have Suarez. I mean, that's just disgrace. It's a disgrace. But there are people out there will be Manchester United fans out there who really believe that. It's not my job to tell you you're wrong if you believe that, but I've certainly got the right to come on here and have a bloody rant about it, and I don't agree with it. I don't want him anywhere near our club. And I really couldn't give a toss that we've got loads of dislikes. I'm not bothered. Do you think we do the United stand for likes? If you're a Manchester United fan, you should be liking the video, because you should not want that cretin anywhere near our club. And he never will come to our club anyway. That's the funniest thing about it. I don't know why you'd even humour the fact or expose yourself as being a Manchester United fan who would want Suarez at Manchester United, because he would never come to Manchester United. He hates Manchester United. He's been quite open about that. So why would you show a weakness of wanting an absolute cretin anyway? I don't know. Neymar did play well, just chill out. I like Neymar. He's never going to come to United though. Thomas Williams, who cares? They're through, and players die in fake injury all the time. No, Thomas, that's not. No one's going to listen to me or you, Thomas, at all. But what I'm saying is, he does it all the time. He's a cheat. And brushing it under the carpet and saying, oh, players cheat all the time. It's a bit like saying, oh, well, you'll never get rid of racism because people are make racist or homophobic or whatever comments all the time. And just ignoring it and saying, yeah, it's fine, it's part of the game. It's not part of the game. It's not in the rules. And it should be challenged. But no, one of the big reasons I did the video is because no media outlet will make any little mention of this, even though, Barcelona deserve to win the game because of the effort they put in and the bottling of PSG. But actually, when you look at it, if Suarez doesn't dive, they don't get through. They're not going to get enough. They're not going to do it without that dive. It's the catalyst to set it up for them to get one more goal. But it will never get any mention at all. Thanks everybody for watching. I've enjoyed it. I sometimes just like to go live and get stuff off my chest. I know it's not... It is Manchester United, actually. It is Manchester United related, because it's actually to do with those people out there who are saying they'd want Luis Suarez at Manchester United. No from me. But get commenting below. Give us your thoughts. Did do a video earlier on. Marcus Rashford versus Anthony Martial. If you've not been able to watch that because you were watching the Barcelona game, I'll put the link in the video description. Go and give that a watch. It was really good. New studio by Draughty Devil, head to head. I won Pogba versus Herrera last week. Well, go and see who I'm fighting for this week, Rashford or Martial. Ross is the other one. It was a good show. And we also had a bit of a chat about Arsenal Fan TV on that, which I think you'll find interesting towards the end. And also about the pitch tomorrow night for Rostov. So go and have a watch of that when this is finished, because you'll really enjoy that. It's only 10 minutes long. And also tomorrow night at 4:45 will be the team news, and we are live with a watch along all the way through till full time. So thanks everybody for watching. Don't have a cow if you disagree with me. I'm just putting my points across. And I always like a good debate. But go and have a look at the Martial versus Rashford one, because you can vote. In the top right hand corner there's an eye on the video. Make sure you vote. Interested to see what people vote on. And yeah, go and watch that, and I'll see you tomorrow at 4:45. But thanks everybody for watching. Enjoyed that reaction, and I'll see you very soon.